Good afternoon, everybody. I'm joined by Captain Tom Pope after a really entertaining game here at Vale Park. Popey, 2-2, left it right at the death, and Nathan Smith once again getting that vital touch to secure us a point.
Yeah, good character again. We've been doing that at home lately. We've scored a couple of late winners against Cambridge and Plymouth. And we've done it again today. You know, it was a bit of a frustrating game. One of them games where you can't really get a flow going. They were killing the game. The referee helped them out quite a bit. So it was just a difficult game. One of them games where you normally get frustrated and go on to lose. But, you know, as I said, with the injuries we've got, the character of the lads we've got in the dressing room, you know, we've gone and got a point out of it.
Perhaps not one of our best performances out there, but it shows that when we don't perform at our greatest but still manage to get a point out of it, that shows the sort of character and mentality we have in this team, that we won't give up despite any obstacles thrown in front of us.
Well, that's it. And, you know, the conditions, I know it's the same for both teams, but they really played against us today. I think we got players like Gibbo and Wazza like driving with the ball and getting up the pitch, and it's so sticky. You know, they play three at the back, and you know, for us, our fullbacks were the outlets. So when you try and switch the play, because it's getting snagged in the dry grass, you know, it was far too slow for us to switch the ball, and we got caught a few times first half trying to play, but the conditions just didn't really help us to do that. So, you know, at the end of the day, we had to scrap, we had to work hard, and it was red hot. I'm knackered, but
Bit of a tan on your face as well.
I don't know about that, but you know, it was a great point, really.
Mansfield aren't to be underestimated, are they? I think their position in the league sort of covers up a bit of the potential and the quality they have in their squad, the likes of CJ Hamilton, Danny Rose, and that. They certainly have quality there. So to get a point against a team who were in the playoff semi-finals last year is no bad thing, is it?
No, I mean, they've had full red cards, I think, this year. So that's 4 out of, 8-9 league games where they've had 10 men. So you're going to find, and then on top of that, they're going to be suspended, so they're going to be missing 2 or 3 games. So they're going to be missing key players. And I've said, you know, the money they spend, you know, Dave Flitcroft, my old manager, got sacked for not reaching the playoff semi-finals. You know, their ambition is to be promoted, and that's there. And the fact that we've held them to a draw and in tough circumstances, you know, just goes to show how far we're going. And I know we beat them last year, but you know, it's just the character of the lads with the amount of injuries we've got to play against teams like Mansfield and Plymouth and get results, you know, speaks volumes for the squad.
It was your 500th league appearance today. In true Vale fashion, it wasn't a quiet one, to say the least. How did you feel playing back out there, starting again? You played tremendously out there and worked hard. How did you feel?
I felt okay. I mean, you always get a second wind. I felt knackered after about half an hour, but I think when you don't rely on pace, and you know you're not the quickest, you're just there to get hold of the ball and keep possession. And you know, I felt I did okay today. I felt I did all right, but you know, ideally you want your wingers bombing and Gibbo on an overlap and crosses coming in. But I think it was just a scrappy game. I think the conditions took that away from us a little bit. And sometimes, you know, that's where you find out who the characters are in your squad, when you've got to dig deep and work hard and graft. You know, in conditions like I say, like today, then, you know, it speaks volumes for the squad. And, you know, ideally I'd have liked to have got 3 points, but, you know, I'm just happy to be back out there and try and play a part for the team.
To reach 500 league appearances, you can't be a bad player. Looking back on your career, you must be so proud to reach this milestone. It's a terrific achievement.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really bother me that much. I think I've achieved everything that I wanted to, you know, long before. I mean, to score your first goal for Vale, to get to 100 goals, to get a promotion with the club. You know, they were all the things I used to dream of as a kid, you know, getting 300 games, 400, 500. You know, that's just a sign of a decent career that you've had, to have, you know, a lot of managers putting faith in you to go out there. And at the same time, you've got to be consistent in your performances. You know, I like to think that every time I have a poor game or I haven't been on it, the week after I try and put it right and put a good shift in. And you know, that's how I've always tried. That's the mental side of my game that I've always had. I don't let it affect me, because you see some players who have a bad game and the shoulders drop and they go within themselves. You know me, I stick my chest out and think, right, I was awful last week, I'll put it right this week, and you know, that's helped me to get to that milestone.
When you look back on your career, what sort of highlights jump out? We mentioned before in your documentary back in April the likes of Gary Roberts, some of the best players you played with. You've played with Louis Dodds and everyone like that, goals against Rotherham and Fleetwood. What jump out for you?
The Rotherham game, obviously scoring 4 goals, is one game that I'll never forget. But just getting promotion, I mean, I don't care. I know people always think strikers are selfish and it's all about them. You know, I don't judge my game on goals, and I never have. You know, if I'm winning headers and getting hold of the ball and bringing other players into the game, then I'm doing my job. I'm there to be a target man. You know, you're taking the pressure off your defence if you're keeping hold of the ball and retaining possession for them. And then if you're getting goals as well, you know, that's fair enough. So just the promotion, just to end a great season that we had, a consistent season where we stuck together, that'll always be me highlight.
Just a few more from me. In terms of dressing rooms, who's the best player that you've shared a dressing room? Not in terms of quality as such on the pitch, but just the person you've enjoyed sharing a dressing room with the most.
Yeah, Doddsy by a mile.
It's not a bad character, is he?
He's just for banter, for the crack. You know, he'd do anything for you. Just a proper nice lad. And to be fair, you don't meet many bad people in football. You're all part of the same. You're all part of the same trade, and you all get on. I mean, it's very rare nowadays you see lads scrapping on a train. You hear stories from the 80s and 90s. He's been fighting every week. But you don't really do that anymore. The lads all get on, have a good crack, and you know. So I try my best to get on with as many as I can, really.
And just finally, one for the future. Who can you see in this Vale side that's really going to take it to the heights and fulfil their potential that they've got at the moment?
James Gibbons.
Why's that?
I just think he's got everything. He's nasty, angry, dedicated, works his socks off, and doesn't know how good he is. I think that's a massive sign. Doesn't let anything get to his head. I think you see some of these young lads that come into a team and they may play a few games and they start swanning around the pitch like they've played 1,000 games or scored 1,000,000 goals. You know, Gibbo every week puts in a proper shift, works his nuts off.
Nearly.
Snuts. Yeah, I mean, I love Nathan Smith as well. I think Smudger, he just can't pass a ball. That's his trouble. But yeah, I think Gibbo's going to be the one that'll go on to bigger and better things.
And he says he's better looking than you.
That's a lie.
Tom Folk, congratulations, mate. Well done.
Cheers, boys.